and left her no time to get home before dark. Is this not possible, Alwyn?"
"Possible," conceded the other, "but unlikely."
"Why?"
The question hung unanswered in the air. Alwyn's gaze had been distracted by a group of figures conjured out of the gloom. They were sitting at the base of the hill and stiffened at the approach of the two men. A voice rang out.
"We are ready, Brother Martin." "God bless you, Bartholomew."
"Tell us what we must do."
"First, we will offer up a prayer."
"Who are they?" whispered Alwyn, looking around the faces that now took on shape and character.
"Friends,"
said Martin.
"But I do not recognize any of them. Do they know Bertha?"
"They know that she has gone astray. It is enough."
Alwyn was touched. There were over a dozen of them. 3 monks, 2 novices, a priest, a woodcutter, a shepherd, a couple of yawning boys, a blacksmith, and 3 men with vacant grins, whose distinctive garb and pungent smell identified them as swineherds. All had heard, and all had come to help in the search, asking for no reward beyond that of finding the girls safe and well. Brother Martin led them in a short prayer. Brother Bartholomew, a square-jawed monk in his 30s, gave Alwyn an encouraging smile.
"Take heart, my friend," he said. "We are with you."
"I thank you all."
"Brother Martin will teach us where to look, but you must lend some guidance. We know your daughter by name, but not by sight. Describe her to us that we may recognize Bertha if and when we find her." "As assuredly we will," added Martin. "Alwyn?"
They waited a full minute as the tormented father wrestled with his tongue. It was ironic. In the midst of biting rain and howling tempest, Alwyn never lacked voice. When his boat was tossed helplessly on the waves, he would rant and curse for hours on end, put his own life in danger, and his defiance was ear-splitting. Yet now that his daughter was at risk, now that he was caught up in another crisis, now that he had equal cause to hurl profanities at a malign twist of destiny, he was numbed into silence. Shrugging his shoulders, he threw a helpless glance at Brother Martin, and the monk came to his aid.
"Bertha is 17, he explained, tall, fair, and as comely as any young maid. Dressed in a blue that matches her eyes and a white wimple. Thus it stands. Bertha gathered herbs for me yesterday and brought them to the hospital of St. Nicholas, as she has done many times before. She talked with me, then lingered to speak to my charges, for she is the soul of compassion, and her very presence is a medicine to the minds of our poor guests."
He took a deep breath.
"At what time she left Harbledown, we do not know, but one thing is certain, she did not return to Canterbury by nightfall."
"We searched,"
said Alwyn, finding his voice at last and eager to dispel any suspicion of lack of paternal concern.
"Brother Martin and I searched in the darkness with a burning torch, but it was hopeless. We need daylight."
"You have it," noted Bartholomew, as the sky slowly cleared above them.
"And you have several pairs of eyes to make best use of it. Let us begin."
Alwyn nodded with gratitude.
"Spread out," he urged. "Move forward together, and I beg of you, search thoroughly."
They fanned out in a line that covered well over 100 yards, then ascended the hill with careful footsteps. Most of them used a stick or a staff to push back the brambles or prod among the bushes. One of the swineherds had brought a mattock, and he sang tunelessly to himself as he hacked away through thick undergrowth. A long iron poker was pressed into service by the blacksmith. Alwyn and Brother Martin were at the centre of the search party, moving upward either side of the track which Bertha habitually used on her way home from Harbledown. Trees and shrubs offered countless hiding places, but none disclosed any trace of the girl.